That works immediately. Alrighty. Excellent. What's up, everybody? Hey, Jimmy. Nerd. Oh, let's go. We're making melee weapons today. Making some melee weapons. Because I forget what I was doing last on the stream. But, pretty sure we were like working on LMGs. And I've done a lot since then, because it's been a while since I last streamed. So we're starting with our melee weapons, which I've broken into 2 categories, blunt and sharp. And the idea is these cut the skin, these just bash. Except for the whip. I was really confused where to put the whip. Wish I could just pin this so badly. What's up, Asire? No Halo today. I don't have much time due to church. It's Saturday. You got a church on Saturday? Pretty sure it's Saturday. Better not be Sunday. Yeah, it's Saturday. Hey, Momo, Kennel, how it do? What's up, Herijikin? There's J's and vowels and I don't think you pronounce that one. Alright, so melee weapons are taking a while. There's so many of them. There are over 72, because I've added some at the bottom since. Right now we're working on Karambit. Any CSGO fans? In the house? Let's see here, do I want to make it a goofy ass color? It might be better just to keep it normal colors so you can tell what it is. It's fucking gas station knives. Imagine being killed by a gas station knife. I'm just gonna go black here with a silver blade. Does the sound lag? Hurry chicken. Hurry kitchen. J and then N don't work together in English. Karambit? Yeah, it's Karambit. Or at least that's how I hear it pronounced. It's probably not. I don't think it's definitely not an English word. Alright. Let's... Not sure how, because small curves are a nightmare. So... There's definitely a hole universally in all of these too. It'd be like that. Gosh, this is already becoming a problem. I always write these things down and don't ever think about the fact that one day I will actually have to make this goofy weapon on the stream. Karambit. Hello, Jay. Hello, Jay. There goes my favorite sprite slave. That curved enough, you think? Honestly, with such a straight curve, that might not be that bad. Look at that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, ah! The cum jar got spoiled. Never seen a blade so edgy, but on disc. Look at this shit. You know, I once knew a kid, or no, I knew a girl who knew a kid who apparently he had one of these on his bed, and like he just jumped on his bed forgetting that it was there, and it just like shoved the whole blade into his thigh, and his parents aren't home. They were like at the neighbors, so he just like limped over to his parents. This fucking like 4-inch deep cut in his thigh. Nearly bled to death. My brother owns one of these because he was really into CSGO. If me and Plank ever made a Joker Evan level, will it be canon to the Evanverse? Yeah, in fact, Evan goes on a talk show at the very end. So, there's layers to this. It works. I was trying to do the grab. Honestly, think I might just call it there because this thing was intimidating from the start. Ah, shrink to get. I can't get the full alphabet in there. So. Dark Rite spinoff, not quite. Karambit. What's up, Icy? Make it KRMB instead. I usually try to go for like the shortest version of a word, but I don't just shorten the word by like taking the vowels out. I've got some pretty long ones in here too, so I think this fits. Like weed whacker. Skateboard. Alright. Cheese cutter. What was I thinking? Cheese cutter. This is not what I was. I don't think this is. Oh no, okay. It was this big two-handed blade thing at work when I used to work at pizza for the cheese. You had these like huge blocks of cheese and you would cut it. Guarantee you that's what I was thinking. There it is. I just thought it was really funny to have a melee weapon with another handle on the side. I'm gonna steal the machete. Really considering getting myself a second monitor. In fact, I have one, but it's kind of crap. Setting up a second monitor just for chat, just so I can see you guys. The Battle Axe Screams Perforator. Actually, I made it. It is over the top. I didn't really realize how big it was until I compared it with the other axe, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it. It's a battle axe. And some people have helped me with some of these things. Swampy made a couple. Uh, this gun is Dappy's. Oh yeah, I added some new ones. The Calibri, which was just a meme. This is a gun with mostly 3D printed parts. And then the Medusa's a fun one because it's this like revolver that shoots different calibers. So I thought it'd be fun in game that like every shot it has a random chance to be any type of caliber. Did you ask me a question? Rob, how would you rate this year's Hotline Miami community content as a whole? 2019 was a very sad year for content. What did we get? Miami Menace wasn't this year, was it? We got Miami Menace. Miami Menace was pretty good. It's literally the only thing I can think of. I myself was lazy, didn't get out nearly as much Human Being Progress. That's gonna change the 11th. I'm gonna fucking grind. We got plenty of decent single levels. I love how the only character with red eyes in Hotline Miami is the pizza guy. Yeah, good old pizza boy with the weird wet eyes. Doesn't play any important factors in anything. I wonder what his story is. Yeah, so some of these melee weapons go pretty quick, but others, I felt like guns took about the same amount of time each, except when they were bullpup pieces of shit, like, this one actually wasn't too hard. The one I'm thinking is the F2000, that one gave me some real shit. This one, because it's just, like, weird and formless in sprite form. Any plans on looking upon the workshop content that marks the end of the year? Smoking cold ones. I thought about making a stream about cracking open a cold one with the boys. It looks like another Snowfall ripoff of just, you know, Russian dudes in the snow shooting Russians over. Did I put an N in cheese? But the level design was apparently not that bad, if just easy cheeses. I think I'm dyslexic. Smoking, I tried. I got through it actually, but I wasn't like some of the parts, especially that initial engagement on floor 2, very struggling. Rob, you can stream Smoking the inward cutout got patched. Did it now? I didn't even know that was a thing. That just makes me not want to play it more. I'm gonna have to preview play it again. Yeah, Saban's caught my shitty spelling. Yo, Rob, what you drawing? Payday 2 weapons? No. Although I'm sure there's weapons that you'll recognize from Payday because there is a shit ton of weapons in Payday. Payday has pretty much every modern firearm. They just added everything. I like that approach of just having a shit ton of variety. Although with the way Payday does it, you're not constantly picking up new weapons. You have to bring your weapon to it. Smoking at the internet in the first place. Apparently. Was it in the dialogue? Cut out. Oh, I bet it was one of the things, the cutouts that you shoot down. Okay. Very annoyed. I had a WAD Explorer open for the longest time working on Human Being, and then my computer just decided to do a restart yesterday for no reason. Just like in the middle of a game that I was playing. Another easy one. Easy peasy. This will just act as a stab weapon like the toothbrush. But maybe it'll have a lethal throw. By the way, I feel like the opening of floor 2 was really only meant to establish the character can roll. Yeah, but the roll didn't help. Because he was still just standing there, waiting to shoot you once he got out of the whirl. And it's not entirely your fault. The roll was just garbage in Hotline Miami 2. It's one thing that Danny and I are trying to figure out from Miami Horror. I think a really short roll where your cursor doesn't despawn when you do it, and you have like a little bit of a grace period when you get back up. Maybe. But something more akin to a Dark Souls roll than the longer slide, the way you can stand up in the middle, enemies shoot at you. But there needs to be some sort of grace period so you're not shot the minute you come out of the roll 9 times out of 10. So if you're fast, you can kill them first. So you are changing the sprite for every weapon. I'm modernizing the Hotline Miami ones that I think need it. This would be for a mod that includes a shit ton of weapons that may or may not exist eventually one day. But this is, like, there's nothing extra to it. Like, this is the most that exists so far for that mod. It's just this weapon sheet. But like my Uzi is improved, and my the game shotgun, the M16, the AK, they're a bit better because Dennis's sprites are a decade old now. Hunter Brotherhood got delayed too. Yeah, Rob versus the Game Maker streams. That would be maybe interesting. Watch me code. I'm very torn between. Yeah, I probably wouldn't show myself coding because I'm not good at it. Although I did well on my first coding class. I fucking crushed that C++ class. Chainsaw. That's already made. Swami just made that for me already. It already existed, he just extended the blade a bit. Changed the color. So it looks nice. Thank you, Swampy. Mac's screwdriver sprite is actually the better one. Does Mac have a screwdriver sprite? Oh, hey Eddie. I didn't realize you asked me that question. Oh, you like the color scheme? Yeah, I was like, I don't have a red gun yet, and I decided to put it in the sniper rifle class, and we already had a tan one, so now I guess you got a cool camo. How many headshots did it take to get that camo? Spending your Saturday well, huh? Game Maker is like baby stuff compared to actual coding languages. Yeah, but when I was looking at Danny's scripts, that threw me through a loop. I don't know what any of that shit was saying. But I've only learned to arrays. I got to chapter 8. And I started a bit of reading objects because I read ahead a bit. Why didn't Jacket throw the butter knife at Richter? So what's Mac's screwdriver? Did Mac have like a toothbrush screwdriver? And one of his. Oh, really? Yeah, I couldn't convince him to put some of the funner weapons. Like, I was like, add the Nova 6 gas as the Jake chemicals container. Like, that would be super cool. So you could actually use the gas against people. And he's like, no, I don't wanna, because story reasons. Morn Castle? We are crushing these today, mostly because they were pre-made. I had a cleaver for Sprite, oh goodness. I know it existed. Shit. It's not gonna be hard to create a cleaver. In fact, Highland Mary one has a cleaver. I wouldn't be surprised if it's in weapons. It is not. It's a bone saw. I could have sworn, like, when Swampy made like a bunch of melee weapons, cleaver was one of them. Maybe I'm thinking of the big fat kitchen knife, this guy. Rob, once I've been going through files in Hotline Memory 1 folder and I found a song that was used in harmonicas. Oh, that was in the first game as well, but cut. How many donations? I sent about $10. Gas weapon as in, you know that gas plot point in Red Star? Like it kills the civilians. Like you play as Jake, who can use the chemicals that you pick up in the meth labs in the main game. I was like, well, just make that chemical jar like a gas, tank of gas, and he's like, nah. The cleaver is in Biker's file. Good call. Actually, I don't need to do that. It's just right here. That's okay. The Sabins are saying you data mined. Max levels, huh? Talent. Black Tar is not in Hotline Miami 1. You probably installed Hotline Miami Redux. Maybe you did. I like this gun now. It needs to be the other way. pro Sprite tip: if you sprite Nazi imagery, you'll become. Okay, so he didn't sprite Nazi imagery. He just sprited like either part of an in like SS like uniform hat, and I was like on stream. I didn't even say it directly to him. It was just someone brought it up, and I was just like, bro, if you have that kind of time on your hands and you're desperate to sprite stuff, come to me. I got plenty of things for you to sprite. And he came to me, and he shouldn't have, because I have been putting him to work for over a year now. I bet you didn't think it would be this much. Rob, what is your favorite party member of Lisa? I guess Terry Hintz, because it's the only one I've gotten so far. I haven't played that much of that game. I'm not big on turn-based games, so I kind of stopped playing it. I need to go back to it. Bowie knife. At one point, writing these, probably specify knife. David Bowie, a weapon. David Bowie knife. There you go. The Rambo knife. I'm just some guy, and I've somehow weaseled myself. Yeah, I'm impressed with SI knowing everything and anyone about the community. I don't know how you have that much free time to just associate yourself with every conversation going on in the community. But it's not like you haven't made stuff. You're one of the only successful modders, so you're not just some guy. Rob, how many Sprite labor tickets do I get, and how much does it cost to make a commission? Well, if you want me to draw a weapon for you, Jerry, I'll draw it. I'll draw one for you. You've done plenty of stuff for me. How was I doing though? It's honestly not a bad hilt. How many West did you make for it? A lot. 100 something probably. And I crave more. Alright, I'm gonna commission the Buzz Axe from Borderlands just for the sake of it. Alrighty. That seems fun. Is that it? That looks more like it. I guess that's... No, that's just DeviantArt. I was figuring someone would have an image of the in-game asset. Just like extracted from the files. Okay, that's what it is. Specific version. Let's get the one with dynamite. I like that one. This is the one with dynamite. gonna let me copy you, huh? I've got ways around that. Blocking copy and paste seems so silly in a world where screen capture exists. Yeah, I made that way too small. Okay. Let's rotate it first. Thanks, Art Rebby. Appreciate that. Wonder how long until Rob starts 3D printing guns IRL. It's funny you say that, because my school's got 3D printers, and I had to 3D print some pieces for a robot that I'm making for class, which you guys will see soon. I need to make the video on it, 'cause it's finished. But I am following like 3D gun printers on Twitter, and I was like, damn, I could probably 3D print some gun parts here. Yeah, there we go. Anthony Birch. Thank God you're not him. What's he doing nowadays? I'm genuinely curious. You know you fucked up when the second result when someone Googles your name is know your meme. It's working for Santa Monica Studio? What's Santa Monica Studio? Started there this year. What's Santa Monica Studio? Oh god, he's working for the God of War devs? Holy shit, he's writing for God of War 2. That's... Whew. That's sad. I really liked God of War 1. Its writing was fantastic, but good to know that the second one's gonna be full of memes. Hey, Mobius. Anthony Birch is a special one because he wrote, in quotation marks, wrote Borderlands 2, which, you know, I liked when I was 12, but now I play the game with no volume on. That's one whack ass. God of War 2, Kratos fights Uganda Knuckles. I'm genuinely I mean, I'd be really surprised if he became the lead writer for that game, honestly, because I'm pretty sure, like, that had a dude that was, like, big in the community that wrote the games. I could be wrong, though, or he could be working on something else. Likely he's a side writer for something, like, writes, like, some of the in-game lore on the side. Maybe he's writing for the elves.
Hi, my name's Matt. I'm going to talk to you
But
about
if Anthony Birch can stay in the video game industry,
like flamingo,
you can get into, you can make it in there.
into the disc of flamingosis. Spin away, same position.
Yeah, this one's probably super copyright. Actually, this dude actually responded to me. when I was playing this, because when I clicked on this, I was expecting something that wasn't this kind of music. Yeah, so there he goes. You replied to me. That was funny. But it's just, you know, really chill, steady music. But you wouldn't have gotten that with the skull. At least I wouldn't. I was thinking like Carpenter Brett. If the Freeman director can get a job at Activision, you can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, it's their story should inspire you, because if these guys can do it, you can do it. And if you can't do it, then I'm sorry. It does also help that he probably has connections. Is his sister a voice in one of those games? The God of War ones? She's voicing a lot of stuff now. She did the girl in the dinosaur game, the robot dinosaur game. What's up, Zaya? 24/7 lo-fi beats to chill. A lot of those are annoying though. Like, if you're gonna tell me that this is a beat to study to, don't have a spoken word passage in them. Yes, you will, Sire. I believe in you. All it takes is to release something. Yeah. Also, you can't deny the man's ambition and his spin. If you read his like Wikipedia, not Wikipedia, if you read his LinkedIn, like the way he spins Hunt Down the Freeman as like a successful video game release on Steam using Valve's IP, like convincing Valve to use their IP, that sounds really good. Like on paper, like I got a group of people together, coordinated an entire video game to make with a bunch of talent around the world, and convinced Valve to let me make a Half-Life game. Sounds amazing if you don't look at the final product at all. In 10 years, you will be crunching away at GTA Online updates. Oh god. Working for some games as a service where they require an update once a week, so you never see your children. Circle to where you can evenly put the bolt in the center. That sucks. Oh, we got our first super chat from the Zia. Jerry commissioned this first, so I'm gonna finish it, Zaya. Make the book from John Wick. He killed that huge dude with it. Dude was so big. Like, he's actually that big in real life. There we go. What do you eat to become that big, dude? can't put your finger. I like 2 the best, but I've only seen all of them once. Even though I have 2 on my computer. 2 was like, it upped the ante from the first one, because the first one, I was like, that was good. That was really good action, but... Oh, hold on. Give me 1 sec. I'm back. Alright, I'm talking again. Sweet. Sorry, guys. John Wick 3 was fun, but also felt like it went nowhere with the story. As well as just being a bit cartoony. Whereas 2 upped the ante, but still had really cool grounded fights. That the shotgun in the tunnel is just so absurdly amazing. And although it had some cartoony moments. Do you remember the sniper fight, or not the sniper fight, the suppressor fight in the middle of public, and everyone just didn't notice that guns are going off? Like, yeah, right. It was funny though. Rider Cycle, top 5 Hotline Miami community creators video, but #1 goes to Atlan. Oof. Good old Atlan. He's making stuff in Hotline Miami. The silencer fight was hilarious, yeah. Honestly, like, Rider Cycle doesn't have... He has bad opinions, but it's like... The only reason I'm annoyed with him is because this video was popular. And it was like, spreading disinformation. But I can't be mad at him forever because I'm still not getting around to making a video debunking him. So... It needs more color. Alright, see you, Zaya. You'll have to catch the VOD, but, you know. I can only take on one commission at a time. I'm almost done with this though. The holster for the Bozaks could be better. What do you think, Jared? Back into the bun freezers, Zaya. Cybel's little profile picture makes me think of my friend Pedro, which I've been meaning to play. It came on Game Pass, and so I want to try it. It was pretty funny. So, I mean, I've always been paying for Xbox Live, like the $60 1-year version. I mean, I've been doing that for like a decade now, since I got my Xbox. And then a little over 2 months ago now, it was $2 for 2 months of Game Pass, and I was like, well, for $2 I can play Gears 5, and I don't have to actually buy the game, because I only plan on playing the campaign like once, so that'll be good. And so I did that, and then I fully intended on turning off Game Pass and canceling it before they charged me like the full $15. But I went to turn it off like at the end of November, and it said that they weren't going to bill me till August of 2020. So I freaked out thinking that I prepaid too far and did some research. And apparently when you upgrade to premium from gold, it converts all of your prepaid gold, which I had like 7 or 8 months prepaid already because I had just renewed my live subscription, converted all of that to Game Pass, despite me only giving them $2. So until August of next year, I have to have so many fucking video games to play. Make the dog from John Wick. Thanks for reminding me to go buy another gold membership rep. Oh, you're welcome. So I don't know if it would work that if you bought a year's worth of gold right now for the $60 and then immediately did the current it's like $1 for 3 months now. They keep releasing these ridiculous deals for gold or for Game Pass. I don't know if that you could get a year's worth of Game Pass for only $60. But for me, I just know that it's not gonna bill me until August, and if it does, I'll just cancel immediately for whatever $15 lost. Okay, Zaya sent me money. So industrial hand. Oh gosh, it's probably gonna be a power fist. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I remember this one. Is it from DLC or something? Okay. Hong Kong Massacre and My Friend Pedro were easily my biggest letdowns of 2019. Oof. Oof. Hong Kong Massacre wasn't that great. So My Friend Pedro, like, for $15, like, it's just like, looks like a fun little Unity game. That's from Lonesome Road. Alright. I played Lonesome Road, but only once. I probably didn't find everything in it. That black background's gonna kill me. Alrighty. I'm not sure if I should just take a Hotline Miami character's hand. Like, it's supposed to just go around that, so. Let's see here. Actually, I'm just gonna go to a sheet. Give me your hand. If it's too small, it doesn't actually clip it because it thinks that you try to get out. There you go. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think there's between now and October or August. Yeah, it's August of next year. I don't think there's going to be any big Microsoft game releases. So I'm just going to be able to play old stuff. My friend Pedro's writing is so weird. There's an entire chapter based around killing gamers in a sewer. Good. Gamers' favorite little hiding hole finally exposed. Dirty, dirty gamers. Goddamn gamers. Where's Jerry's buzzsaw? And copy the colors from there. It's like that. And this is goofy as hell. Someone's making a mod for the level editor in My Friend Pedro. Interesting. Curious how that would turn out. Let's also try to get this circular looking. And then let's have like that'll work. Alaska, I don't read Russian. I don't know what you're fucking saying. Katana Zero is pretty damn great though. Yeah, I need to give it another shot. I feel bad. Everyone else gushes about it. I'm not good at 2D, so I think that's what's gonna fuck me over, and I'm really worried about Sector X in that regard. mean, it's just not going to be able to get into it. Yeah, I am trash at that. It was I struggled at the tutorial. Sector X is just sexual Metroid. I don't get why I haven't noticed that yet. Well, we know very little about the game besides what we gleaned from it. So, alright, what was this stupid thing called? It's called the Industrial Hand. That's too long. I'm just gonna call it Hand. Yeah, it could be something about the X chromosome. The woman's chromosome. Hand. Mr. Handy. Like that game Jonathan made. Jonathan made it in the woods, or the game takes place in the woods. Good genes becomes a game. I see you got the good genes. Alright, time for you to leave. Please stop flirting with me, creepy man. Rob Racer streams Norland and gets demonetized. I've been meaning to go through Jonathan's game catalog. But if I can get my rocks off at the same time, that's a good good reason to get started on this project. It's just too big. Getting near machete territory. Kind of like actually divots here. I don't know how well I can explain that in sprites. Yeah. Only Jonathan would make a game about jacking off and then killing yourself in the woods after being insulted by a face in your dreams. That would be a fun game to play. It does have a lot of naked stuff, like the Hollow Miami 1 beta, like not beta, like early alpha when it was just like an idea called Super Carnage. Was you were playing as a naked dude that had to like find his clothes. So really, the sex stuff shouldn't be that surprising. Hotline Miami 1 and 2 are relatively tame by comparison with just Hooker and the implied rape scene, which I still can't believe that Australia banned. Like legit, it's literally just a pixel butt crack. Like, come on, guys. Alright, trench knife. So I was just naming types of knives. Trench knife. This one's cool though. It's gonna have the fingers. Just give me back the bowie knife. It's probably that's probably copyrighted. I don't know if that black blade idea is gonna work. Halo 3 Reach, that'd be weird. Not playing Reach. Oh, I played it last night. Finished the campaign on Heroic. Other than the spaceship part, I really like that game. Its balance and its flow just works so well. And its atmosphere and its skyboxes and its music and its stories. Oh, it's so good! So good. well-known fact, Hotline Miami characters only have 3 fingers. I haven't played a multiplayer first-person game in years. You haven't? They're good. They're addictive. For the most part. Most of them are good. I'm playing a shitload of the new Modern Warfare. This thing's got its hooks into me. All those numbers going up. You managed to play the Cold War Puzzle Simpsons campaign yet? No, on both fronts. Tour 2. There's a second tour? Like it's like a prestige mode? Like the Gears tour duties? Didn't work. Every 30 levels is a tour. Okay. Yeah, I knew which one you meant, Castle. I haven't played it. Like, I played a little bit just to test out the level design, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. You can run and gun and move around pretty easily. It's probably gonna be too easy, but it just didn't seem to have any like creative juices in it. I almost called this a tour. Essentially Bushido Snowfall, but with dialogue creeping out the screen. Like, I've played a lot of Hotline Miami, so I'm not craving subpar campaign experiences right now. I want something cool and new, if it's a Snowfall but worse. Not really going for it. This music's getting on my nerves. Didn't really think about it last time I was playing it. You really like the cold one? Yeah. Yeah, the problem with the 24-hour synth radio is I don't know what's being played, and like there'll be stuff with lyrics that'll fuck with me trying to talk to you guys, and I don't know like what kind of they might use a sign with a heavy copyright holder on it. I mean, I'm just kind of playing some of these haphazardly. It's just if it looks like not many people care about the music, I'll play it. I like underrated albums. Usually this is just like small town dudes that send their music to him. Official DMR change. DMR starts remove. Jeez, that's great. DMR is the best weapon. It is. Halo on PC is easier. Like just straight up, the way Halo Reach really prioritizes headshots and accuracy. So just the mouse and keyboard really make it good, and like I used to just, since I'm not the greatest mouse and keyboard player, people can just ADA and wreck my shit, and that sucks. But if I played more, I'd get the hang of it. Yeah, put that nowhere. No. It's such a shame that we haven't had a heavily moddable FPS multiplayer game since Unreal Tournament in 2004. I mean, yeah, that's probably true. And like, obviously the source engine mods, like literally these mods have kept games alive for a decade. Yet everyone else decided to stop having mod support for stuff. COD's got some mod support. I know COD World at War. It's got a lot of zombie maps and stuff. Isn't White Testarossa the song that gets recommended to everybody? It's got a 4 bazillion views. I'm decent enough in reach to keep my nationwide 0.9 KD going. Yeah, I figured I probably shouldn't care too hard about KD because like every time I try to load a multiplayer match, it would put me in a party game mode. I played one called Boom Ball the other day where it's oddball, but everyone's given grenade launchers, and it's like you're not gonna keep a positive KD doing that. What is it here? I forget which weapon I was on. Ooh, the boomerang. I'm gonna do boomerang and then call it a day. Boomer agent. Alright. That's what makes Halo great. To be honest, KD doesn't really matter unless you're playing MLG Slayer. Yeah. Yeah, you really just shouldn't. I mean, you should care about your KD in any multiplayer game because it's dumb. It is pretty much a 90-degree angle, but with a curve in the center. This color, right? Is that the color? So, kind of looking at the ones with color. I'm sure they have like traditional stuff on it. I don't know, are boomerangs from the indigenous guys initially from Australia? Or is this a white people thing too? Prisoners all got there. They're like, yo, check out our boomerangs. On your World War II campaign, someone got triggered by Pardo's long chilling. Someone was called it like fucking disgusting recently. What did he say? I gotta load it up. I have 2 unread chat messages. Oh, Yeah, that was just fucking Steam being gay last night. Yeah, bro, this is disgusting. Apex running on Source is still kind of insane. Yeah, I mean, a heavily modified Source, which, I mean, so is the Call of Duty engine. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't reflect anything of the sort. There's barely any code left. Untouched from days by. Not great, but I need to go. Discord's not working? That's not good. I've got a sickle already. Cybo, I'm not taking any requests from non-commissions. Going through my list. Boomer. Okay, boomerang. It's like it's being investigated or something. Can't induce a riot if it's down. Let me send you the loading screen that you got. How are you gonna send it to me if there's no Discord? Oh. Okay. Now, would this be a bladed weapon or a blunt weapon? I'm gonna say this is a blunt weapon. Okay. So, let's see if it's dead for me. I feel like I'm just gonna get gypped. Oh, really? Oh, hey, I get it. I got it too. Google is currently investigating an issue with SSD persistent disk in our region. Currently awaiting their resolution given the news derivation. Okay, so it's not like they're being investigated like criminally. It's that Google's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Alright, well, Discord dead. That's too bad. Let's look at what we've done today. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 done today. That's pretty good. Plus 2 commission weapons. Yeah, the idea was like you throw it and then it would come back to you. And like if it hit an enemy at any point in that throw, it would knock him over. You can still send messages, so it's probably an American thing. So I'm sure it'll look like shit when I join back in. VC girl boomerang. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. So, I'd like to have a count of how many weapons I've done. I'm not gonna sit here and count them on stream. Save that. Alright, y'all. Appreciate the stream. We'll do this eventually. Again? Maybe I'll do cold ones if I feel like it. I kind of feel like I want someone with me during cold ones, so I might get Mac to do it, so he could point out the stuff that they stole from him. But yeah, we'll be back with more weapons, more streams.